morning, Minecraft gamers, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Fun with FlapJack Hardcore Minecraft. So, what am I up to today? Let's check it out. I'm getting ready to tell you. So, today I have just finished setting up a world spawn in a multiplayer world that I've created, and I have assigned a host assigned. I have went ahead and paid the nominal fees to get a Java Edition Minecraft server set up so that players could actually come and join me on my adventurous escapades as I go around the Minecraft world trying to survive in extreme Minecraft survival. Now, what makes this world so extreme? Well, I'll tell you what. Number one, the mobs are intense. I have amped them up through some data packs, and then I have loaded a couple dozen data packs overall to play the game. Now, there are quite a few changes to this world. One being, you start the game with 10 hearts, and that's your health points. But if you die, you lose a heart. And so you can do that 10 times and then the game's over. So it is a multiplayer modified extreme hardcore Minecraft approach. I did not design or create any of the data packs that I've used in this world. I do have them all listed in a book that you get at the start of the game, so that if you were interested in those data packs, you can go online on Google, type in the name of the data pack, or just go to Planet Minecraft. You'll find all of the data packs are accessible for free download from Planet Minecraft. But that all being said, the game that I have created here uses the Walking Dead data pack, which is not a skin per se or a resource texture pack in any way. It is a data pack that causes every type of zombie in this world to transmit the zombie virus, so you will get infected with the virus just like the zombie villagers. That's yeah, and it's brutal. You have 6 minutes to get the cure. Have no fear. The cure is most definitely within the world, and I've even posted it here at the world spawn. The weakness potion, and eat a golden apple. Just like you were a zombie virus, you can't a zombie villager. You can splash yourself or drink the potion. Either way works just fine. This server, of course, is a no cheat, no hack, no duplication, no profanity, and no hate speech server. So yeah, the profanity keep to yourself or private, or do it in Discord. No hate speech, nothing slanderous. I don't want judgments of other people's lives in this world openly and publicly. Let's keep it outside. This is fantasy and fun. Let's keep it that way. Rating and griefing, it is allowed, so just keep that in mind. The world is condensed, compact, and tiny. So yeah, you may have to try to learn how to do some hiding and building underground to start off with. But if the server picks up in popularity, which I hope that it does, that a handful of players or more would be interested in playing this game approach. Like I said, it is extreme Minecraft survival, 10 life hardcore virus infected world that I've put together for your pleasure. It's called Rise of the Infected. And without further ado, what I plan to show you is my world approach at getting started in any survival world, really, but this one's intense, incredible, and harsh. I've already started playing the game, but I'm going to take you out here real quick. We'll switch over to survival. You'll notice that I went to adventure mode. That's so that players can't actually grief the world spawn. This building and 50 blocks from its center are all protected in adventure mode. But you just simply walk out, or if you have a home in the overworld, teleport to your home in the overworld, or if you have friends that are playing in the overworld, TPA is set up, but it's all vanilla based and through data packs, so you do have to use the trigger command, just like type trigger and then go to spawn. You can see that in 3 seconds I will be teleported to the world spawn. That's right here. Right here. And I'm back in this nifty little building with virtually no supplies, no support, other than shelter from the storm that rages outside, the virus that wants to overwhelm you, and a few of the little crafting tables and, you know, blast furnace and such, smithing table, some anvils for your use if you don't have iron yet. You can definitely use this stuff here at spawn. All of that being said, you can use a trigger set home and you can create up to 3 set homes. I do that because that's my favorite approach. It's reflective of having the ability to have a home in each of the dimensions. But as I mentioned before, and it is posted again at spawn, and it is in the book that you'll receive at the start of the game, do not teleport to another dimension from within the spawn, the 50 block spawn adventure mode area, because you will not get triggered into survival mode. You have to leave the spawn safe zone and catch the survival trigger, and that can be done very easily. It's just walk out the front door or teleport to a home location or a friend within the overworld, and you'll automatically go into survival mode, and then you can teleport to anywhere in the world that you want. Yep, it's just that simple. But what I do, I've already started playing the game. I'm actually I'm far enough along that I have quite a bit of tools and equipment here, but what I thought I might show you is just how I get started in a survival world and then catch myself back up to the project that I'm working on, which is I'm putting together a mob grinder. Now, mob grinders are not multiplayer friendly. They're a single player type of mob farm and XP farm that you can use in single player to gain an enormous amount of XP and a lot of the drops that you might need at the start of the game, especially arrows from skeletons if you don't have infinity set up. But since this is a new survival world, I thought I'll build a mob farm anyways, and it'll run just fine unless other players are in the server playing the game and drawing the mob caps away. They'll still function, they just slow way down, but I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, this is just the start of playing in this world, and building a mob grinder seemed like a pretty good idea because I hadn't actually found a XP dungeon, a monster spawner dungeon, like a skeleton cage or a monster cage. I hadn't even found any cave spider cages yet, which is usually what I find right away. But first thing I do is I leave a server world spawn, and I'll either type, to go random teleport RTP or, /wild if those are set up. This world does not have that. That causes a lot of lag, and I'm running a vanilla server, so I want to stay clear of as much lag as possible. So you have to run out of the world spawn, but that's okay because right now I have this world set up as only 5,000 square blocks from the center of spawn. The total world is only 5k square, and that means if I travel 2,500 blocks in any straight line direction from the center of the world spawn building, I'll hit the world border. And that's because it's just me playing right now, and then if a couple people join and are interested in seeing if they can test themselves against the harsh reality of the zombie apocalypse, then yeah, that's what we'll do. But see, I collected some wood, and what I do is I craft a crafting table and some sticks and some planks, and I'll make a pickaxe. And so I'll go ahead and do that, even though I'm not going to really want to play the game at this starter level again. But this is how I get started in the game. As I grab a pickaxe, and if I see any animals, like especially sheep, I'll grab some wool. So I'm going to whomp on this guy with this pickaxe and grab the wool real quick, because you need 3 pieces of wool for a bed. This is okay though, because I'm using wool on that grinder. I make it spider proof, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I'm building, and then I'm going to go into a creative mode probably and just build it real quick and show you how I build a mob grinder. It's the same mob grinder that most people build, but I'll show you how I build it, and then the shape that I use pretty much universally at the start of a game, so that I can have the library and a storage area, and I just live in it instead of like building a house. I just live in it. But oh look, a village. That would be what I would do, is go raid that village, but I want to get some stone when I first start the game. Hopefully I won't drop into lava here. Let's break 1 block. Okay, whew. Yeah, it can be a little bit nerve-wracking, can it? And so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and break out a couple dozen blocks of the stone, gathering up the cobblestone that drops. And the reason I do that is because I want to craft up a stone pickaxe and a stone axe and then make a cobblestone furnace. And so these are the things I do. You don't have to do this, of course, but at the start of the game, this is what I do: is I make a stone pick, and then I collect up a little bit more of the cobblestone. I have the stone axe, and then I'll make a furnace. Voila. And the reason I make that furnace is because I want to cook this meat, and so I'll cook the meat. I don't have any coal. I didn't land where there was some coal, so I'll cook that one piece of meat with the wooden pickaxe. And then what I do after that is I'll just usually I'll just turn some of the logs into planks or sticks, and then I'll just burn some of that off. Like this. I don't need the extra plank there, although I could use that plank with 4 more planks and make a boat if I'm near an ocean and I need to I need to be making my way across the ocean. I don't want to swim, that's just super slow. But then I'll cook up the food, and I do carry mutton. I'm gonna go ahead and load this hotbar up as if I'm now playing at the level where I'm at, because this is just to show you how to get started in Minecraft. You just want to get yourself you just want to get yourself a furnace and a stone pickaxe and a wood chopping axe. And once you have, whoops, hit the wrong button. Once you have those items, that's how you're going to get started in the game, and then that's how you're going to hopefully beat the game. But let's see, can I get out here? Yep. Had just enough dirt to hop up out of there. Alright, and so once I have those stone tools set up, then I can go collecting the iron and such, which I've already done all this. Like I said a few times already, I've been playing in this world for a couple days, but mostly just setting up the different commands, because like teleporting and going to spawn, those data packs needed the function set up to give them delays and things like that. And so I've been doing those kinds of things. I've been researching which data packs I wanted to put into this world to make it harder. And so the 10 life, now I'm going to just show you the 10 life. If you look at my hearts, if they're on the screen, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, I have already died once because, like I said, I have the Deep Mobs data pack running, and instead of it just being at Y level 35 and down, where the Deep Mob data pack takes over the settings for all of the mobs, I set it from Y 100 down. So every mob you encounter from Y level 100 and down is going to be basically is going to be enhanced or more difficult to kill, and they hit you a lot harder. The creepers, I think their fuse time to delay before they explode is cut in half. So yeah, I smacked a creeper with my sword and went to back away, and the fuse ignited the creeper so fast it blew up in my face and killed me. Yeah, that was brutal. Absolutely brutal. So yeah, I died, but I have, because this game is so intense, I have 2 data packs added. One gives you a little book when you die that tells you where you died, and then you can go to those coordinates, and there's a gravestone with your gear laying on the ground so that it won't despawn. Yeah, pretty sure that data pack prevents it from despawning. And so yeah, that's the that's the way you play in this world. Now, some people might say, well, that's so cheaty, but I'll tell you what, as intense as this server is, those little tiny perks are really nice. Now, like I said, I'm building this grinder and I'm getting ready to trigger to my my home, but I thought, I'm collecting feathers right now because I don't have the skeleton farm set up, for arrow collection. I don't have infinity set up so that I don't need but 1 arrow, and I don't have a nice stash of arrows yet. I've only got like a stack and a half of arrows collected, and so anytime I see the chickens, I go ahead and spend a little bit of time to slaughter them and that kind of stuff. But that gives me some more feathers to put together some more arrows. Although I am working on this mob farm, I'm doing it in survival mode. Everything I do, I play in survival mode, in a survival mode world, even if I am an operator OP and can do whatever I want. Now, I'm going to trigger to my home, trigger home, and it's my set one. There's 1, 2, 3, set 1, set 2, set 3. And so you could set home, set 1, set 2, set 3. But this is where I land on top of my little enchantment library here. And so, yeah, since I'm back here, I should go ahead and put my gear back on that I took off to do the intro video and show you, legit how I get started in a Minecraft world. There we go. I'll put my armor back on. And, I have a couple shields. You can see I have... Whoops, wrong chest. You can see I've got some gear set up, some shields and things like that. There's the the extra arrows. I'm collecting wool, not a ton of it, but I'm collecting wool as I play because I need the carpet. And so I'm going to use that inside my mob grinder to prevent spiders from spawning. And I'm getting ready to pop over into a creative mode world to show you just exactly how I'm going to put this thing together. But let me pop out here and show you how far I've gotten. There we go. I've just gotten the framework of it set up, and I need to put the floors in, and then I'm going to do 3 layers tall and put a ceiling on it. But this is the shape that I use for my mob grinder when I play in a single player world or in a server that doesn't have a lot of players, where I can utilize the XP and the drops so that I have a storage area, bookshelf, enchantment area, and then a mob slaughtering zone. So yeah, jump with me over to a creative world and I'll show you how to put one of these together. But sadly, I spent an hour recording and doing everything and yammering on and talking through how to build this thing. And wouldn't you know, the recording software glitched out on me and it couldn't open to save the file. And so, yeah, I couldn't open the file to be able to save it, and I have absolutely no idea why that happened. But what I did end up with is a finished mob farm, so I can go ahead and show you how fast this thing's going to run. But I'm going to jump into spectator mode and show you game mode, spectate. I kept typing wrong. I'm going to show you spectator mode real quick and show you what this looks like on the inside. Inside, you basically, for my farm design, I have, it's a mob grinder. It's been around for years and years and years. But the way that I put it together is, I do the 8x8 pads, the 4 pads. They're 2 blocks above the water trough. The water flows down into a 2x2 drop tube, and then that's down into the kill area that I showed you before in my survival world. I do this with, the trapdoors, of course, on the edges, and then open them all. That tricks the mobs into dropping into the water and being pushed down into the kill zone. But I do a 3-layer mob spawning platform concept inside this box. I think it runs just fine for what I need it to do. And then I also add carpet. The carpet prevents the spiders from spawning, and my pattern is, I start against the wall and against the trapdoors, because the trapdoors actually count as part of the 3x3 block space that a spider can spawn in. They cannot spawn on the trapdoors, but because these trapdoors are tricky and mobs believe that they are solid blocks, they count toward that 3x3 area. So you have to prevent the trapdoors from being included in 3x3 spaces. So it gets a little bit tricky, and sometimes if you don't put them out quite right, you'll end up with, like this one, a couple of carpets squeezed up against each other. But at the end of the day, it's no big deal. You're going to have 3, 6, 9. You're going to have 12 of these 8x8 pads in here, and it's going to spawn a lot of mobs and drop a lot of monsters down into your kill area for you to suck up all the XP. You just build the thing 1 floor at a time. I mentioned if you wanted a creeper only farm, then what you do is you put the carpet down, prevent the carpet put down will prevent the spiders, of course, and then just fill this ceiling in with trapdoors. Technically, you don't have to have them above the carpet because nothing can spawn above the carpet, but you just fill the ceiling in of each of these floors the ceiling there, the ceiling there, and the ceiling there. You fill them all in with trapdoors. You don't have to put trapdoors out here over the water trough zones. But the 8x8 pads, just put all trapdoors in, minus where the carpet is. If you're not using carpet, then fill the whole thing in. You'll get spiders and creepers. The spiders will get clogged up inside here. Occasionally, you'll have to leave the area, kill, despawn all the spiders and come back, so that you still get max rates and such. But I want all the mobs because I want my farm to have all of the drops. And I was having a little bit of fun when I was putting it together. I actually put in a little smiley face. Kind of reminds me of Mumbo Jumbo just a little bit, but not quite. I mean, he definitely he definitely has a different texture for his skin than this. But when I was putting it in, it looked like a Mumbo mustache, and so I changed it a little so that I could put in eyeballs on the side. You don't have to do that. Build the whole thing out of cobblestone if you want, but down here, you build that. Basically, it looks like a kind of looks like a ship sort. It's a rectangle suspended from a big balloon up in the sky. Basically, you just build this in so that it'll fit your enchantment table in here and your storage area, and you can just live in here like I do in my survival server world. I just live in this farm, and it's where I'm going to start getting all my XP and stuff set up. You don't have to put in the upside down stairs and things like that. These are just elements that you can add to it to make it look a little bit better. If you're playing online, you want your friends and whatnot to be impressed with your major mob grinder building skills. This can all be 100% built out of cobblestone, and so yeah, you don't have to do any of the creative look. It's not necessary, but build it over an ocean, and what you want to do is come up 63 is ocean level, so come up 120, 125 blocks from sea level, and then build this floor. And like I said, the floor can be however you want it, but make it even this way so that the drop chute is even. I guess it doesn't matter. Build however the heck you want. But what I do is I do an even number of blocks wide, and then I tend to go an even number of blocks long, even if it's a rectangle. But yeah, still, I put in all of the stuff, and then underneath doesn't matter what it looks like. You could put in a double row of cobble if you wanted to, so that down from below it just would all be the smooth same look. But yeah, when you get down so far like this, I'm down here at the water level and ocean level, and that's what you're going to see. It's no big deal. You're just going to see a big old box floating up in the sky. So no matter how cool you think you're building it, the only people that are going to really see it and judge it in any way, or maybe people who are flying along with Elytra. And then if you're in a world like mine, when they fly along and they find this and they see all this, they're going to land on it, and they're just going to immediately break the blocks and jump down inside and start stealing all your stuff. Which is okay. Let's go into hard mode, and you'll see now just it won't take much time at all for these critters to come falling down inside of here, because they will be spawning up on the spawn pads. Even though it's daytime, they're going to start spawning and dropping down in here. And if you have sweeping edge 3 on your sword, oh, got a skeleton already. If you have sweeping edge 3 on your sword and any sharpness, then you're going to be able to kill these guys like super mega easy. Yeah, you don't have to worry about the drop and stuff. Yeah, look, zombie villager. When you go to collect the XP, this chest is slightly in from the edge, but the trapdoor catches your head, and so the XP is actually just going to sit there with this design. It's just going to sit there for a minute, and what you have to do to collect up the XP is crouch down just a little. And then you're actually crouched down under that trapdoor, but because the trapdoors are here, then the monsters inside can't aggro on you, and having a double chest here prevents you from scooting in too closely and getting caught up in their ability to see you, because if you push in close to this block here, the monsters that are 2 blocks away from you can actually look down at you, and if it's a creeper, they'll aggro on you and ignite and blow up. And because in my survival server there there's the hard mobs settings where the mobs are set to extremely hard, but you see that just funnels, I crouch down, funnels all that XP into my inventory. You're already getting drops. Maybe you need arrows for your bows. You're getting gunpowder already. If you use a looting 3 on this farm, my gosh, you get so much experience and loot. It's just crazy what you end up with. But yeah, that's in a nutshell. That's the farm in operation. And like I said, I apologize for not being able to show you step by step how to put this thing together. But the yeah, the file corrupted and wouldn't let me record. So it was a real bummer. It was absolutely just ticked me off. Maybe one of these days I'll show you a little bit more in depth, in detail of how to make this all work. But yeah, inside of here you've got, let's go back into spectator and you'll be able to see what's happening inside of here. The monsters are spawning on these pads, and you can see some of them are just standing there, but the other ones will get, pushed into, they'll wander off, and then they'll get pushed into the flushing area. I might be too close for them to wander. No, yeah, wandering is going to kick in, I think, up to 32 blocks away from you. These guys will start to move around. But right now they're just standing here chilling, and you just wait on the algorithm to kick in for these guys to want to move. And then they will. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Oh, they're not wandering around because I'm in spectator and there isn't anyone else in here that's actually activating the distance from these guys. That's my bad. But you can see how it spawns all the mobs but no spiders because of the carpet. The carpet is a definite must, but it's what? It's 12 per floor basically. 4, 8, yeah, it's like a dozen per floor, and so that's 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72. That's 144 things of carpet that you need for this farm. But yeah, at the end of the day, that's what I've got going for my mob farm concept, and I really like it. It ends up, looking pretty good, and then you can put a little smiley face in it if you wanted to. Definitely get yourself set up with your own Skybase grinder home in your survival world, and do all your XP farming and all your loot gain right here until you can get your diamond enchantments all set up. Maybe get your fortune pickaxe set up, and that's what I'm hoping to get done in my next episode. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the survival world, where you're more than welcome to join. It's infected.villagerhost.net, and click that into your multiplayer ad server list and join me in Rise of the Infected. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.